Hello everybody, Dr. Blue here. Bet you never thought you'd be seeing me play this game today. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt came out quite a few years ago, I think, but still one of the best games to date, in my opinion. And I'm here today to kind of talk about a topic that kind of interests me. I thought we'd just kind of do this little contract, little Witcher contract while we do it. It's on like a lesson or something, like one of the greatest beasts you can face in this game, so I thought that'd be quite interesting. And I wanted to talk about today, this is what the lesson did, by the way, like that's what it's capable of, so it should be fun to kill. But what I wanted to talk about today, actually, you might ask kind of, Doc, why are you playing Witcher 3 for a commentary, or a little, like, script, like, kind of live commentary? Why are you playing Witcher 3? That's kind of, it's an old game. Why are you playing that? And it's kind of a few reasons. I mean, one, I started playing this game a lot more recently, again, because I've been really enjoying it. And two, it kind of factors into what we want to talk about today, how the topic I want to talk about is kind of the current state of video games. And it's kind of an important issue to me, especially being, kind of video game reviewer. Oh shit, there's a dead dog! Alright, well, this Leshen's dying now, you know that, right? He killed the dog. He's not living anymore. But yeah, so like the current state of gaming, it's just something I'd seen a few times. I thought it'd be interesting to kind of have a little discussion video about, and that's what this is, by the way, a discussion video. So, if you've any opinions of your own, please let me know in the comments down below. It'd be interesting to read, debate them. Just like a little friendly debate, nothing toxic or anything like that. I just thought it'd be an interesting topic to kind of discuss. A few games recently, like State of Decay, No Man's Sky, Sea of Thieves, GTA to some extent, and a bit like Fortnite as well. It's kind of the state of games where the current kind of state of games has been a lot of where we just kind of buy a game, and how it used to be with games is where you would buy a game for a reasonably cheap price. It never used to be $60. It used to be like 20. Or like 40 or something. When Skyrim came out, it was $40, and obviously we know how big and good that game is, even though it is a bit buggy. Oh, another clue. Scratches.
Sharpened its claws, or just marked off its territory.
It's 100% a lesson. Yeah.
Male, very old. Damn it. Probably marked one of the villagers.
Marked a villager, huh? We're gonna read the bestiary. Ah, I see what he's done. So this lesson has marked one of the villagers, and for this lesson to die, that villager has to die as well. Ooh, wow. And it can call wolves, ravens, and even the trees themselves for help. So we're gonna kill a villager to free this thing. I mean, we all know what Sea of Thieves was like. If you've seen my review on it, you'll see that, I said it was an empty game and it was devoid of content. It was. That's the kind of issue that Sea of Thieves was $60 and there was no content in it. And I recently learned that Xbox kind of rushed their release, which is, I guess, part of the problem. But at the same time, if your game's not ready for development, if it's got nothing in it, just don't announce it yet. Don't add betas and shit for it. And you just kind of ended up paying $60 for just a kind of a sandbox. And I mean, I guess that's appealing to some people, but I believe not the majority. A lot of people don't want to just pay $60 for a map. And yeah, Sea of Thieves had its ups and downs, but mostly downs, It was mostly just an empty game and an empty sandbox with nothing to do in it. Oh, I've got to find which person has been marked by this spirit, and then whoever's been marked we might have to kill. We'll have to see here. Who will it be? Don't know who it would be. Wait. Oh, shit. Hilda. Sorry for all the little cuts in this, by the way, because I'm just talking to the people and I thought you guys might want to skip that. But it's just a kind of good example, actually. I do want to talk about that real quick, but on to what we were saying about Sea of Thieves. It's an empty game that people paid $60 for. And thank you, Geralt. I'm trying to speak, man. I'm losing my train of thought here. They just plan to fill it with DLC, and I guess the thing is, seeing their Twitter, people are happy with that, and I don't understand why. Like, I guess, companies do make games, and, we're lucky to kind of have them, but at the same time, they do make money off of this, and charging us that much for an empty game and then filling it with DLC. Granted, DLC is going to be free, but they're also adding in microtransactions. My point is, like, when is enough enough, you know? Like, is this the way games are now? Because I think I saw so many people agreeing with them and happy about this and stuff like that. And, like, am I out of... Is it me that's out of touch? Like, do people like this now? Do they like to pay a lot of money for a shitty game at first, just for it to get better as time goes on? Like, do people like this thing? And I mean, it's not just Sea of Thieves that have done this as well. Like, it's you know, GTA to some extent, at least with the online mode. But even they had a story. No Man's Sky, State of Decay, even Fortnite with its year-long beta. And that game's apparently still in beta, by the way. They say that, you know. But is this the way gaming is now? Do we like to pay for a shitty game just for it to get better and flushed with DLC? And don't get me wrong, once this game has been flushed with DLC, it becomes really good. Like, the game is really fun to play after that. But, I mean, you know, it's kind of, do we pay for the shitty game first? Like, you know, a game has a development process where it's being made, you know? Like, it's supposed to... Did you just try and attack me, Leshen, you cheeky bitch? Or was that a trap? You like, isn't a game has development time, you know? That's like when it's supposed to be made. Do we just like getting our hands on the game as early as we can and letting them develop it with us as we play it or something? Like, is that what we want? Because that's not what I want. I know it's not what a few other people want, but maybe it is what the majority want. I thought it would be an interesting question to ask you guys. Like, you know, do you prefer to get your hands on a game as early as you can and let the developers you know, flush it out, or, you know, fill it in with like loads of DLC so it eventually becomes a good game? Or do you like to, you know, buy the full game once it's done? I mean, like The Witcher 3, this is why I'm playing this game, because it kind of comes into really good stuff. I mean, this one side quest alone, you know, there's two sides to it. I can either approach this altar and, you know, help the Leshen and stuff like that, or I can kill it, but it's, even though it's marked one of the people as its victim, so I have to flush that person out, then go kill the Leshen. Like, this is just one side quest, and the DLCs for this game, they are cheap as fuck. I mean, this game now, I mean, I know it's old, but this game now you can buy it for like $6. This game, when it came out, was a full game, rated one of the best of all time. I mean, my personal wasn't one of the best of all time. And their DLCs are like entirely new games. Their DLCs are huge. I mean, just look at the map, for instance, on here. This is Skellige, which is possibly the smallest out of the lot. We've got Kaer Morhen, and, you know, this is Kaer Morhen. Actually, maybe this is the smallest part of the map. Look at this map. This is huge. Look how big this is. And then you've got that. You've got Novigrad, for instance, and Velen, which is absolutely massive, by the way. Like, this is all of Novigrad and Velen. This whole thing, and all those things on the map are little quest markers. And this is how the game was when it came out. You know, is this what we want now? Is this what we want, where, you know, games are half finished and then we just flush them with DLC? It's just an interesting question that I thought, you know, maybe I'm out of touch, you know, maybe this is what the gaming community wants. It's not the way, personally, I think to go forward, but that's how people want it, you know? Or maybe they don't, maybe they do. Let me know in the comments down below. That's kind of something I'd like to hear, you know? It's something I kind of, I want to find out. Oh, we might be fighting this Leshen now, too. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it can swing ravens at me and shit. But here's the Leshen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, time to kill this thing. Yeah, do we want them to be expensive and have nothing in them just for them to flush them out with free DLC? Like, is this the way we want it, you know? And, like, you know, another interesting question, like, do we prefer games to have microtransactions and free DLC, or do we prefer to have games with no microtransactions and just paid DLC? I don't mind the I don't mind microtransactions and free DLC, because that way kind of everyone else pays for, you know, kind of what I get, which is not too bad. So I don't have to. I eventually spend less money, and I would never personally buy microtransactions. I never have. You know, they have no place in games and stuff, really, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear yours. So do you think, you know, we should buy empty games just for them to fill them out with free DLC, or do you think maybe, you know, you want a full game as soon as it comes out on release, like Witcher? Alright, time to finish you now. Now that I've finished talking about my topic. Time to finish you. Come here! Die, old Leshen. Damn it. The last one I thought was much more interesting than this. This one's a bit like... He doesn't use as much strategies. He doesn't use this kind of multi-Raven attack thing. Just use a lot more wolves, though. God damn it. Stop running, Leshen. There you are. Come back. He's going to appear here. Let me get Igni out. How does that feel, you beast? There he is. You're about to die, man. Get ready. Come on. Ah, that hurt. Goodbye. Son of a bitch. Whoa. Like, gets to the loot. Aggie. Aggie. Oh, I completed the contract on the Woodland Spirit. Did I never do this one before? I thought I did. Hey, I guess not. But yeah, this is kind of just what I wanted to talk about. So, you know, it's kind of, in conclusion, is this what you guys think now? Do you think that we should have games where they're empty at first and then we fill them with free DLC? Do you prefer microtransactions and free DLC, or no microtransactions and paid DLC? You know, what is your thoughts? And, you know, what about the examples I mentioned? Like, you know, State of Decay, No Man's Sky, Fortnite with this year-long beta. They make a lot of money off microtransactions, but they do keep adding to the game, like, you know, free items and stuff like that. And, you know, they got that story mode, which again kind of costs money, but they're making free eventually. When that'll be, I don't know. And, you know, GTA to some extent, or at least with the online mode. But yeah, I just thought that'd be a little interesting topic discussion video. I know it was a bit all over the place. I was really trying to focus here, but I had so many things going on. It's hard to play The Witcher and kind of concentrate on something else at the same time. Or at least it's hard to concentrate on The Witcher and try and do a video on it, because the game's just kind of so flush with content, and it's got a lot of stuff in it that I have to kind of pay attention to almost, and I kind of want to try and explain it to you guys as well. But I think The Witcher is a really good game, and honestly the shining example of what games should be, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, just one quick thing before I go. I did just want to say that the State of Decay review, a lot of the footage for the streams have been gone through now. All I've got to do is finish the rest of the streams, which is only like 3 or 4 left. Then I got to put all the notes together and script it, and then just record and edit it. So hopefully that will be out maybe in a week or 2. I know it's taking longer than expected, but there was a lot of stream footage to look through. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on any of this, you know. Again, I know it was a bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for lending me your eyeballs, Blue Dudes, and I'll see you guys next time.